Hey everybody, just wanted to bring something to your attention. If you're retired, if you're looking for a easy side hustle that will make you some money, put some cash in your pockets, maybe may even make enough to pay your mortgage, make a car payment, pay all your utilities, buy groceries, or pay for a nice vacation, or just beer money, as they say. Have you ever considered selling on eBay? I've been selling on eBay for almost 20 years. I've made a very comfortable living selling on eBay. Now, I started out by literally just selling off my own junk that I no longer needed. I went through my garage. I found every tool, every item that I haven't used in over a year and sold it on eBay. Then I went through all my closets, found every article of clothing and shoes that I was no longer wearing. Either they didn't fit any longer, or it's just stuff I no longer wanted, didn't like wearing, maybe went out of style. But I had so much stuff in there. I had stuff in there with tags that were given to me as gifts. It was, shirts and dress shirts that didn't fit right. I didn't like the color. I didn't like the look. Were not comfortable. It was gifts from people that kept giving me clothing, even though I've always told everyone, don't ever buy me clothes. I'm very specific, very particular about what I wear. But I had stuff in there that was brand new that still had tags that were there for years just hanging. I sold it all. I basically went through my house and everything that I wasn't wearing and wasn't using over a year, I threw it all in the middle of the living room, and I went through it piece by piece, and I listed it on eBay and sold it. And that first year, I made over $25,000 of junk that's been in my house for decades. You can do the same. Go through your garage, find every tool that you don't need, that you haven't used in years, sell it on eBay. Go through your closets. Go through your wife's, your girlfriend's, your partner's, your husband's closet, and whatever clothes has been hanging there for years that you haven't worn, that you forgot that you even had, sell it on eBay. You can sell anything on eBay as long as it's not something that's illegal to sell anyway. Now, eBay has, you can go through eBay and find, a list. They have a list of items that are not allowed. And those are normally would be something that's not allowed to sell without a license anyway. Like tobacco products, alcohol, drugs, guns, that you can't sell. But if it's legal to sell at any store without a specific license, like a liquor license or tobacco license, you can sell it on eBay. But just go through the eBay policy, and there's probably 7 or 8 items that they don't allow. Anything else pretty much is allowed. You can't sell counterfeit knockoffs as original. You can sell something that's a copy. For example, if you're going to sell headphones that look like, whatever the famous brand is right now, but you can't sell it as that brand if it's not that brand. You can sell it as something that's as good as, but just go through the eBay policy and see what they don't allow. But 99% of the stuff that you find in your house, 99% of the stuff you'll find at any grocery store, any hardware store, at any store like Salvation Army store or Goodwill store, any thrift stores, garage sales, yard sales, pretty much anything you'll find there, you can sell on eBay. So if you don't have anything to sell, drive through your neighborhood on the weekend. I guarantee you'll see someone having a garage sale, a yard sale. See what they got. you'll get stuff for nickels and dimes, and then you can turn around and sell them on eBay for 10, 20, 30, $40. That's how I started. After I was done with everything in my garage and in my closets, I started going to yard sales, estate sales on the weekends. You can go to Walmart, and usually over by the electronics section, in the middle of the floor, they have a big metal cage with these CDs and DVDs in there. They're brand new, not customer returns. These are brand new shelf pulls, is what they call them. You can get this for $1, $2, and you can turn around and sell them on eBay for 10, 15, 20 bucks. I've done that many, many times. So there's a way to find products to sell that's not going to cost a lot of money. Now, what I recommend is that you get or buy or search out items that are going to be small, light, and easy to ship, because eBay pushes listings that offer free shipping, which means the customer is not going to pay for the shipping. You, the seller, will pay for this shipping. So you want to ship something that's not going to cost you a lot of money. Now, if it's something that's small enough to fit into a priority mailbox from the U.S. Post Office, you can determine what it's going to cost you to ship, because it's a flat rate. But if you're not going to go with the post office, I would recommend going with FedEx. FedEx and eBay have a deal to where if you print your FedEx label through eBay, you'll actually get almost a 50% discount on the shipping cost. Most of the items I ship that I sell on eBay, I ship using FedEx, because even a heavy item costs less than it would cost to ship using U.S. Post Office or UPS. So look for items that are going to be light and easy to ship. You don't want to get a large item, because even if it's large, even if it's lightweight, but if it's very large, you're gonna pay for what's called dimensional weight. So even though if the item only weighs, let's say, 10 pounds, but the box that it fits in, like a mattress, like one of those foam mattresses or mattress toppers, it might weigh 20 pounds, but the box that it goes in is like a wardrobe box. You're gonna pay for the size of the box, not the weight of the item. So stick with the items that are small, light, and easy to ship. Now, what are your sales going to be like? It's going to be different. When I first started selling on eBay, about 20 years ago, my average profit per sale, after eBay fees, after the shipping fees, after the cost of the item itself, after all the overhead, my profit was about $15. And I did about 10 sales a day. Now, it doesn't sound like much, 10 sales, 15 bucks. It's about $150 a day. But if you do the numbers, I did this every day. So 150 bucks a day, 30 days a month, you're looking at $4,500 a month. Now, I don't know about you, but I can live pretty comfortably on $4,500 a month. And especially if you're over 50, you're retired, and using this as a side hustle, you got other incomes, that's basically vacation money. But, like I said, right now, 20 years later, I'm making an average of $1,000 a day on eBay. I'm still doing about 10 sales a day on the average, but my profit went up significantly because I just started selling more expensive items. And now every average item I sell, my profit is between $80 and $100. I'm still doing 10 sales a day, because I can do a lot more, but I keep it simple and make it easy. I don't want to spend all day shipping and posting stuff on eBay. I'm just taking it easy. Yeah, you can definitely increase. It depends on what your goals are. But I started out making $150 a day, and now I'm making $1,000 a day. Same effort. You can do the same. So just go. You don't have to sell what you have in your closet. You can just do what I just said. Go to Walmart or go to your yard sales, garage sales, estate sales. Just find cheap items and then list them on eBay. That's all you gotta do. It's simple, just like that. So give it a try. See, you got nothing to lose. You can set up an eBay account for free. They don't charge you to set up an eBay account. You know, you'll go through the normal process of, you know, proving your identity. You're gonna have to attach the bank account so they can send you the money after you do the sale. Other than that, you know, that's it. It's very simple, very simple. You know, and eBay is a Fortune 500 publicly traded company. You know, they're not gonna rip you off. They're not gonna go away and pull the rug out from under you. eBay's already been around for more than 20 years, and they're gonna be around for many, many years long after we're all gone. So there's nothing to be afraid of. You know, you're not gonna lose any investment. The account, it's free to open an account. So if you haven't sold anything on eBay before, I definitely recommend you try it. I'm pretty sure you probably bought something on eBay. I don't think I've known anyone that has never bought anything on eBay. You know, however, I never bought anything on eBay before I started selling on eBay. My very first interaction with eBay was actually my first sale. And I got addicted to it. I was hooked. It was easy money. I was selling off junk that's been sitting in my house for decades. So try it. Try it. You open your closet, you find a jacket in there that doesn't fit anymore, or you just don't like it anymore, it's out of style. Take some good pictures of it. Make sure you got the sizes and everything correct. List it on eBay. That's how you can make your mortgage payments this way. Anyway, folks, I will put a link in the video where you can sign up with eBay if you don't have an eBay account. Thank you for watching, and good luck.